So this is it, the start in the Football League with Folkestone Invicta. My God, it's been a very tough transfer window. Roll the intro. No, I won't stop. Hello and welcome back to the Folkestone Invicta save. I am Cultured Left Foot and the squad is pretty much what it was last season. It's been very tough. We're struggling with money, as you would expect after turning professional. We pretty much have blown our wage budget just by giving the same players full-time contracts, which hasn't helped. And recruitment has been pretty rubbish because our reputation is way below the league. So it's really hard to attract the right people. But we have let some people go and brought some people in, so let's go. We've got loads going on from France. We'll get onto that in a minute. First off, the outs. So Cameron Antwi has gone on loan to Bromley. They're paying all of his wages, so more than happy for him to go. He is probably someone we're going to try and cash in on pretty soon. Dan Cashman, I'm still trying to sell him, but luckily Fylde have agreed to take him on loan and pay all of his wages, so he's gone. Chiamba Ocon has gone to Chelmsford City, a new signing, but they've taken him and paying 80% of his wages, I think, to go there. He played one friendly for us and scored 2 goals, which was pretty decent, but we thought he's not going to really be challenging the strikers we've got in the squad, so I thought we'd get him some first team football in a lower division. And the same with Arton Kalu as well. He's come in from Tottenham, released on a free from Tottenham. We thought we'd sniff him up, maybe give him a go. And yeah, again, he's come in there paying all of his wages at Maidenhead. He should score quite a lot of goals for them, but let's see how he does. But other than that, if we go to released players, we have released Spyrides, Brandon Thomas, TJ Bramble, Harry England and William Ward. William Ward probably the unlucky one, but I just don't think he's up for the scratch we want. Hasn't found a new club yet. Harry England hasn't found a new club yet either. TJ Bramble hasn't found a new club, but is wanted by a couple of people in the Vanarama National. Brandon Thomas has moved to Chelmsford City, so that's good for him. Glad he's found a new job there. And Spyrides hasn't found a new club yet either. He didn't really set Bognor Regis alight, which is a shame because I thought at that level he should, but similar sort of season to when we were in that level. So pretty disappointing for him. Oh, no, get out of that. In terms of youth, no one in, no one out this season. We released 2 youngsters last time. Sean Douglas, did you pick up another job? You did. Salt Hill, that's good. Another club. Obviously, these are all the youngsters we signed. Previous seasons, none out. Lots in that we've probably sold or eventually got rid of anyway. But right then, players in. Eric Annan. As you can see, we've spent £500 for Jamie Jellis. Eric Annan. Striker, he's going to be our backup striker to Stansfield and Taylor Crossdale him and Taylor Horst are our backup strikers, but valued at £205,000, £600 a week. We'll get some game time just because of the amount of games we've got and how small the squad is. But yeah, bought on a free from West Ham towards the back end of last year. We agreed it when I was already scouting him. It came through that they weren't going to. Who was on their released list or retained list or whatever it is, and I thought with that pace he could cause some trouble. So let's go and give him a go. Young Ghanaian in the team, Jamie Jellis, who we know and love, attacking midfielder. He'll be playing back up to Flaherty this year, but we've actually signed him on a permanent deal now after he very much impressed every year on loan. So it's only fair. Harry Woodward joins for free from Aldershot Town. Now the concern is he's our starting right wing back at the moment, which is a little bit of a worry, but he has made the step up every single division and hasn't really let us down. So I think he's worth a shot at the next level, and he's in. I'm not too fussed about it. I think he's good. He's done very well for us. So he's in at right wing back. Then Mansfield, who are our new parent affiliate club, replacing Fleetwood, sent us 2 players on loan. They sent us Jean Belahion, who is a centre-back who has some good stats. Aggression 20 is a little bit of a concern, but heading's good, marking's good, tackling's good, positioning's good, determination's good, jumping reach is a bit poor, but he's 6'2" and he's fit and he can run pretty quick. He can accelerate pretty quickly. So I think it won't be long before he actually is in the starting 11 that we have. But at the moment, he'll have to make do with a place on the bench. They also sent us Mark Bettany, which is wonderful because he's a left wing back, or can play left wing back. So he'll be playing back up to Mascol. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if he overtakes Mascol as our starting one. Crossing and dribbling could be better, but the pace and the physicals is what impressed me. And I'm more than happy that Mansfield decided to send him here. We're not paying them any wages at all which is great. Kalu we've already looked at, we have Ocon as well. They're the two that have gone out on loan. We've also brought in Antoine Zimiak, who is a French right wing back on a bit of a big wage, but we had to get someone in to help us out here. Again, technically not brilliant, but physical is where it's at. Good acceleration. Pace is a bit poor, but stamina, fitness and balance. I think as we're going, basically in the Football League, we needed bodies because we're in loads of cups. We're in the league, which has got like 24 teams in it. It's going to be really tough. But it brings good leadership, good teamwork. Hopefully, him and Woodward will be able to rotate a little bit, and it should be okay. His history, Valenciennes FC in France. We've picked him up from the lower leagues of France, but he did do pretty well, so I'm hoping that will be okay. And then finally, we've picked up Edwin Jakobsen, who was released by Nottingham Forest, was it last year? No, he's had a year out of the game, but he was actually scouted at the Euro Under-21 Championships, and my scouts were like, yeah, go and get him. And then I signed him, and the fans were like, oh, if he gets to his potential, he's going to be absolutely brilliant. So he's in. We're actually offering him out on loan at the moment because I don't think he's going to play too much, but it is another option. 2 under-21 goals in 21 caps. I think he could be a useful little pickup for another body, and that's what we're doing at the moment. Now, we've had a bit of a staff rejig as well, so welcome let's go, if we go all staff like this. So, Director of Football, Gillian Ballagate, still here. David Hunt is still here as a head of youth development on a month-to-month contract, so we may look to replace him. Ross Jacobs is still here, hasn't been taken away from us yet. We're actually going to go and give you a new full-time contract, and your current wage is 575. So let's just go 500, see if you can take a pay cut for the good of the team. No, you won't. Let's see if you'll take 550 with a 20%. Oh, Ross, come on. What are you doing? You're breaking my balls here. You're breaking my balls. We're just going to keep you on the same wage. Well, get yearly rate rise of 25%. No, get rid of that. No, okay, you're not happy. We'll just leave you as a part-time contract then at the moment. Right, goalkeeping coach Lindsey Hamilton joins us. Really good goalkeeping coach. 60 years old. Even though it's Lindsey, is Scottish. Male. 15, 14, 14. Absolutely brilliant. Much better than what we previously had as a goalkeeping coach. David Dunn, we already talked about. Stephen Linger as a fitness coach is still here. 14 still pretty good, and he's on a month-to-month contract on a pretty cheap wage. Same with Lee Matthews. Had some decent stats tactically, what we needed, so I'm keeping him around. We get a bit more money, we'll upgrade the staff a bit more. We've got a new head physio. Sorry, Abby, if you're still watching these videos, but Nigel Fitzharris has replaced you. Physiotherapy 20. I think at our level, it's impressive to get someone with the biggest stat you can get in physiotherapy. So he's in. Harry Prescott is still the backup physio. Sports scientist, Ollie Buckley joins us. He's got 11. He's all right. He'll do. The main thing is actually scouts. So we've kept on Gregory Christ because of his French knowledge, and it's appearing to benefit us in a minute. We'll get onto that, hopefully. Burbu has joined us, a Spanish scout. Good judging player ability of 14, good adaptability, brings knowledge of Spain. We also brought in Igor Diaz, again, really good player and judging ability. Doesn't have any world knowledge at the moment, which is a little bit of a concern, but he will bring with him, I'm sure, some knowledge of Spain at some point. Sleepers Master is still the under-18s manager. Callum Stevenson is still here. Ryan Owen and France Harris are still here for the under-18 squad as well. So a lot of changes in terms of the staff. So I just checked my phone as it's vibrating next to me. But yeah, the actual playing squad, I mean, for our first game of the season, we're putting out the same team that ended the last game of the season. So not that many changes. We get 7 subs, which is absolutely amazing because we can now give more people places on the bench, which is really good. Tailhorse is still here. We've got a lot of new contracts agreed with the players that need them. So if we go into contract and search, let's just quickly auto-size this so it's a bit easier to see. So we've got a few people that are still on part-times, but yeah, we've got Graziak down to full-time, Woodward on full-time, Flaherty, Stansfield, Taylor Crossdale all on full-time, Bettany, Zimniak on full-time, and Bellahune as well. And we will eventually upgrade everybody to do full-time contracts as well, which is good. Jaden Harris on a full-time is pretty good. Frey, I'd like to get the full-time, but I'm trying to make people take full-time contracts on the same wage that they've already got. Now, Bashir Humphreys is an interesting one because that is a big wage, and I might try and loan him out because he's not going to be a starting player for us, and we also have Bellahune as a backup that can play. So if we can get that off the wage bill, it would massively help us out. I'm just going to see if there's anyone that will nibble, actually. Let's say we want it to be 100%. You've got 100% of his wages. I don't want to sell him. I just want to see if someone will take the punt on that. Now, finances wise, we are 40k in the red already. We are overspending on our wages. We have no transfer budget, and it's all not looking brilliant. We have our 140k debt, of which we're paying 1.2k a month, which is absolutely killing us. Transfer debt, luckily we don't have any. Sponsorship, we got a new massive deal at 22k. Our last deal was 6k a year, so 22k per season is much better. However, it's not looking good. We basically, if we go down, which I think we may do this year, I think we might get my first ever relegation on Football Manager ever. I've never been relegated before. I think we might get the first one this year. I think we need to bounce straight back up to help us out. It has been tough. In terms of friendlies, we paid some big money spinning friendlies. Watford came down. We lost 3-0. West Brom came. We drew 1-1. Brighton came. We lost 4-0. Mansfield was our parent club, so they had to come down. Lincoln City came down, we lost 2-0, and then we played the morale boosting lower teams. So we beat Tooting and Mitcham 5-0, we beat Dover Athletic 5-0, which was impressive away, and then we hosted Chesterfield and beat them 3-0 with Flaherty and Stansfield getting some goals. And today we're starting off League 2 by playing Cheltenham Town, which will be a very interesting game. But if we go into League 2 and we look at the season preview, it's pretty bleak. We are bottom below Newport County in terms of predicted finish. So no one's given us much hope. Our key players, they're saying are Stansfield, the striker, and Harris, the central midfielder, which you can sort of understand. They probably are our best players. But look at this. That's how impressive it was last year. Crewe, who came up through the playoffs, who we beat on the final day of the season, are predicted to finish second and get straight back up into League 1, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure there's 4 worse teams than us in this division. I hope there's 4. Oh, it's only 2. We only need 2 worse teams. I'm sure there's 2 worse teams than us. That'll be fine. I'm going to go Newport and... who else is down here? I don't know. I'm going to pick someone... I think Grimsby might struggle. Am I going to pick Grimsby? No, they're not going to do back-to-back relegations. Port Vale and Newport, I think, will finish below us. So that's my early predictions. Question of the day is very simple for you guys. Where on earth are we going to finish in Sky Bet League 2? And you can say bottom, you can say relegation. I'm not going to be offended because this is going to be one hell of a tough season. Because if we go into the team detailed stats and we go down here, which to salary per annum, Fleetwood are currently spending £2.36 million a year on wages. We're spending 663,000. We are nearly 300,000 below our closest club in terms of wages spent, which is ridiculous. And even more ridiculous, if we go to spend, the net transfer spend, which is there, we are the second highest with £500. Everybody else, other than Salford, who paid £105, Newport and Tranmere didn't spend or sell, they didn't buy or sell anyone for money. Everybody else has made a profit. So, yeah, well done to them. I mean, Peterborough are insecure, so they've obviously had to bleed off players, selling quite a few, to be honest, and bringing in some frees. But I think that's enough chat. I've been delaying the game as much as I possibly can, so let's get into it and start our journey in the Football League. I really hope we can stay up. I think we will do it at the skin of our teeth. We're sticking with the 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. We're going to start positive and we're going to see how we end up. But into the game we go. This is a settled 11 that we've got. It's going to be interesting and I'm hoping we can pull through and get this win. Away at Cheltenham is an interesting start. They're predicted to finish, I think, somewhere like mid-table. But they've got Nerfield making a debut, Moore Taylor, Brown and Falivi up front as well, who looks very good. Signed from Watford, I'd imagine. Oh no, he's been around a bit since Watford. Carlisle, Plymouth. He did well at Plymouth last year. Yeah, he'll probably score. Anyway, let's see how we get on. Into the dressing room we go for the first time in the Football League. And suits us down to the ground. Let's go and cause an upset. channel that game against Crewe where we won the league. Come on then, here we go. Here we go, into it we go. It's kicked off underway, a 4-2-3-1 for them playing attacking, which means I may go cautious. Woodward into Harris, looking for Stansfield down the line early doors. Boyle's there. We've redone the squad numbers as well, so Graziak now has number 1. And as you can see, this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the players that got us promoted have got the first 11 numbered shirts. So let's see if they enjoy that. And if not, we get 7 subs, so at least we can make quite a lot of subs. Well, we can make 3, but we've got more options, is what I'm trying to say. But in the first 10 minutes... Well, I'll hold that thought. Chadwick into Broom, but we've nicked it through Flaherty. Flaherty comes forward with it. He's waiting for a run. He's going to try and do one of his trademark runs on his own. MTC's into the box. He shoots. Oh, it's a touch past the post by Shelby. No, it's kept alive. He's offside. Stansfield was just offside. I thought that was the opportunity. And we'll ask them to get creative. That seemed to work last season. Agawatoma up to Stansfield. Stansfield turns, runs at the defence. He's on his own. Taylor Crossdale. There it is. It's 1-0. MTC starts the season as he finished the last. Built out from the back, a wonderful goal. I mean, look at this. Goalkeeper to centre-back up to striker. Stansfield brings it down. I say built from the back, it's a long ball forward. But Stansfield into MTC, lovely first-time shot. And he sticks it in the corner, and it's 1-0. It's 1-0 to Folkestone in the Football League. Chadwick, ball in to the back post. Masco heads it away. It's a chance for a counter again here. MTC comes forward into Harris. Harris, who's one of our key players, in the box. He shoots, and Shelby makes the save. Oh my word, this is what a start. What a start to our season in League 2. Woodward ball in. Luka Coco heads it back across but can't get it over the bar. Can't get it under the bar. And it goes over. But yeah, a good little start. Thompson to Chadwick. Thompson gets it back. Now I'm not expecting this to be all in our favour as Flaherty wins the ball. Harris clears it down the line. MTC tries to get on the end of it. That's the thing. We've got pacey strikers that can cause trouble on the counter. Crossed out. Oh, it's blocked, and Raglan will bring it away into Broom. They're messing around with it here. Mascol keeps it alive. Looking over the top. Luka Coco brings it down. Goes down the line towards Mascol. Beats his man. He's got MTC square. Mascol puts it in. Nerfield clears it away. Frey picks it up. MTC is 2. It's 2-0. It's 2 for MTC. We're currently top of the league. We are, as it stands, currently top. That's a terrible header. Frey picks it up. I thought he was going to shoot. It's a lovely pass into MTC. And it's 2-0. It is 2-0 away at Cheltenham. Chadwick picks it up. Looks to get past his man. Luka Coco puts it behind for a corner. More than happy with that. That's not a problem. I think they're sending too many people forward and our counter-attack is working well. Chadwick. More Taylor. Great touch over the bar from Graziak in goal. Look at this. Look at the state of this. Absolutely ridiculous. Chadwick. Luka Coco beats Ince in the air and then Stansfield completes the clearance. And I mean, let's be honest. We're dominating the game. I think that the fact that we've got a settled sort of team is helping us at the moment, as that's a ball into battle. It's a poor header from Woodward. Brown picks it up, lays it back. More Taylor. It's deflected past the post for a corner. I'm not too sure who got in the way of it. But 27 minutes into the game, and it's a corner to Cheltenham. It goes all the way through, and Harris is there and just get it away. He does. Looking for MTC. Look at the amount of people they've sent forward, and we've got men over. MTC puts a cross in. Woodward's free at the back post. Oh, Shelby with the save. And MTC keeps it alive. Masco and Shelby taps it over the bar again. God, my word. Cheltenham can't handle us. They cannot handle us. Masco, ball in. Luka Coco straight into the arms of Shelby. I'm just going to give him some more praise again. This is a wonderful performance. Not phased at all by stepping up to the Football League. We managed to hold off. There was no bids in the end for Taylor Crossdale and Stansfield, who had Gillingham, I think it was, that was interested in them. But yeah, Gillingham may be kicking themselves now that they didn't offer us the money, because we're not really in a position to reject cash bids from anyone. Stansfield turns his man, shoots Shelby, he can't keep it out, and it's 3. It's 3-0 on our first game in League 2 away. What is going on? Harris picks this up, dinks it down the line. Stansfield turns his man so easily. The defending's absolutely terrible, and the goalkeeping isn't much better either, and it's 3-0. And I do think this oh, you can't see it in here. I was going to say the lines and stuff that they all have those connecting lines saying people play well together. I think that is massively helping us out, and I cannot say anything else other than calmly I'm incredibly pleased. What a performance that was in the first half. 3-0 away from home. They did not see this coming. Thompson is tackled by Taylor Crossdale. It'll be a free kick though. He's probably going to pick up a yellow card for that. Yeah, not a red card. Just it might not have even been a yellow. Maybe a talking to. Luka Coco back to Graciak. Back to Coco. Coco goes along. Great ball out to Woodward on the right hand side as we sort of taken advantage of this lack of width that they're defending with. That's a great clearance though. Falls to Falovi, who hits the post, and Okocha gets it away. I'm just wondering if we just drop to cautious for a little while to not chuck too many men forward. They're going to keep playing attacking. We can keep this solidity if we play a little bit more cautious as Woodward puts it in. Luka Coco at the back post beaten in the air. Stansfield keeps it alive. He's tackled. And now there could be a counter for Cheltenham. But Harris isn't... Oh, he read it but missed the header. Broom's got a square ball. Filovi's in. And this time it goes past the post. And the man I've looked at before the game is struggling to get involved a little bit now. Well, he's getting involved. He's struggling to hit the target. Let's go back to positive because they're getting a bit too much of the ball as we're sitting back. Woodward with a good tackle. But Moore Taylor will keep hold of the ball for Cheltenham. Goes down the line. Should be read by Agbatoma. That's a terrible... He does that a lot, Agbatoma. Chadwick... He's fouled him. He's fouled him. David Agbatoma, in the split second, is at fault 100% for that penalty. Could have just hoofed it away, tried to control it, then fouled the man trying to get the ball back. But to make it 3-1, or is Graziak going to make the save? He hits the post, and Luka Coca gets there first and clears it. It's obviously just... It may well just be our day today. Chadwick looks to get round his man into Nerfield. Nerfield back across. Everyone can surely let that run out, but Maskell plays it safe and clears it out for a throw-in, not knowing really who was behind him. Hasn't really affected Agabatoma's rating giving away that penalty, which is absolutely brilliant. In fact, he's back up to a 7.1 after giving away a penalty, which is absolutely ridiculous. But this is incredible. Chadwick over a free kick, fires it in. Graciak drops the ball and misses it. It's bouncing around. It's semi-cleared. Chadwick gets it again. Broom shoots. That's blocked as well. We are chucking our bodies in the way of everything in this second half. Broom back to Moore Taylor as the Cheltenham look to keep it alive. We've got a slight knock with Harris. What is it? A foot injury. Might be a broken foot. With 15 minutes to go. Oh, I didn't want to go into analysis. With 15 minutes to go, he can come off and be replaced by Uwakwe in the middle. We're also... Maskell's doing alright. Woodward's a bit tired. I don't want to change anything unless I have to for this first game, and that's an injury to Harris, so we'll take him off and bring on Uwakwe, which is a good replacement. Woodward back to Flaherty, back to Woodward, but is robbed, and Chadwick will look to bring this forward for Cheltenham. I mean, their home fans will not be impressed with this. Harris puts in a good tackle even with his foot injury. Goes back to Graciak. Luka Coco picks the ball up well into Maskell. Maskell comes forward on the left hand side. Little lovely lock into space. Taylor Crossdale's through. Ince makes the tackle and it's a corner. And that will give us a chance to take Harris off and bring on Uwakwe in the centre of the park, which is good. I'm just wondering if we bring on... Yeah, for the last 10 minutes, we'll take Masco off. He is a good player for us, but I want to give Bettany a go and see what he can do on the left-hand side. The guy on loan from Mansfield, who they sent down to us, which is very nice of them. But it looks like we're going to get the win. We've got 4 minutes to hold on. I'll give him a bit more praise again. As Bettany, his first involvement in the game, lays it back to Frey. Over the top, MTC has caused them all sorts of trouble. He shoots from range, Shelby makes the save. And we could still be going top of the league after the first game of the season, which is absolutely ridiculous. A positive start is key, so that when we drift off, Chadwick's in behind, Graciak makes a save. Because we've got a small squad, we're going to drift off towards the end of the season through fitness. So we just need to make sure we pick up as many points as we can early doors. Agabatomi wins the header. MTC will get there, come forward with it. He's still running. He's got Stansfield in the middle. MTC crosses it. It comes all the way to flat. He's got to score. He has to score there. With 2 minutes to go, or 3 minutes of injury time to go. We'll just see how this plays out, and we'll bring on our third and final sub, Uwakwe. Can he beat his man? He can't. Ince picks it up, so we'll just... Doesn't look like that's going anywhere. We'll do... let's get Jealous on for Flaherty for his first real start as a permanent Folkestone player. Great save from Graziak again to keep this clean sheet. Miller plays it off a Kocher to win a cheap corner. And we'll make that sub. 20 shots, 10 on target. Really, really good. They've had, to be fair, they've had 5 clear-cut chances. So we've not been as defensively solid as it sort of suggests. But Graziak's made some really good saves. Trailer Costell blocked. Bettany picks it up. What can he do? Beats his man really well. He's got a bit of space. Can he whip in across? No, he's holding it up well in the corner. He does put it in there, and Shelby makes the catch. And that should be the game. And it looks like we're going top of the league after the first game in League 2. As Brown goes long, Woodward makes a great challenge on him and runs into the space, holds onto the ball. Look at that. It's great play. Agabatoma goes long looking for MTC, who's surely man of the match today. MTC knocks it into space, but there is the full-time whistle. And we get ourselves a 3-0 win. Wow. Passionately. Really special. Absolutely brilliant. I think... Are we going top of the league after the first game of the season? That would be ridiculous. That would be absolutely ridiculous. We are top of the league. Everyone has played one game. And Folkestone Invicta sit top of Sky Bet League 2. Insane. Absolutely insane. Love it. As you can see, we've got a few things to come in here. But, yeah, we do find inspiration in Taylor Crosstown. What a wonderful start to the season that was for the ex-Chelsea man. I don't want to go into... I don't want to show you these players because I'll show you them if we sign them. But ask Agabatoma to... Yeah, come on. Yeah, you no longer feel forced out. Good. Well, there we go. Oh, yeah, we've had loads of offers, haven't we, accepted? So I've made offers for some Mansfield players as well. But we'll leave it there. We'll be back for... I think we'll be playing more games this season because it's the Football League. So I think there's a lot of good games we can play. So I think we'll come back in 2 games' time and we'll play Portsmouth and Scunthorpe in the EFL Cup first round because we're now in the EFL Cup. And I expect us to lose. And Scunthorpe at home, which I think will be a good game. And then we'll probably come back for Forest Green and Barnet, or Carlisle and Forest Green, something like that. So I think we'll be back a lot more this season than we were last season. If we go into the club vision, they aren't expecting very much. So work within wage budget, we're sort of doing okay. Fight bravely against relegation in the league, not judging. Be competitive in the FA Cup, be competitive in the EFL Cup, and be competitive in the EFL Trophy. So we've literally got a season to just try and solidify and prepare ourselves for next year. We have turned professional. That's gone really well. The stadium is not quite finished. Yeah, oh no, it is. Yeah, Expand Stadium is complete. I asked for another senior affiliate. We didn't get it, but I have got more scouts and more coaches as well that will be joining the club, which is very, very good. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. Let me know where you think we're going to finish this season. If you want to join the Patreon and donate a little bit of $1 or something every month to the channel, you can, and get your name in the game. And we also have a Discord link in the description below. There's some Teespring stuff where you can buy a nice little phone cover if you're interested that supports the channel. Oh, that's made my screen go mental, hasn't it? Just says it's got the CLF logo on it. And I know I said a while ago I'll be doing a giveaway competition for one of these limited edition football shirts, which my Singaporean team invested in, but we decided to go a different way. So we have a number of these left over. There will be some to win in a competition later on in this save. So probably in this season as well. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.